Good afternoon, everyone. A blessed Easter to all of you. I hope all of you are doing good and doing well. I hope you are able to um, rest spiritually, mentally, and physically the past few days. As promised, I will be posting my own collection of literary attempts. As you know, and I think I've mentioned this in class, I still do not have the courage and confidence to actually say that these are actually poems. These are merely attempts, literary attempts or poetic attempts, or in Tagalog, tangka. Ito lamang ay mga tangka sa larangan ng pagtutula. But anyway, I will be sharing with you five works, four of them in Tagalog because I write in Tagalog. And the last one I will be sharing with you, I think I shared it last week, platform. The only poem that I've written in English. So I'm really excited to hear and to read your works, your own poems. Okay. For the four Tagalog poems that I will be sharing with you, I hope that in time, if and when, my collection will be published or what. I am planning to include these works in a collection that I have been working on for the past 2 years, I think. Pinamagatan ko itong Salamat, Salamat. I think it was in one class wherein I discussed the importance of fissures, the importance of rupture, the importance of the cusp, the in-betweens. Um, when we talk of Lamat, right, it's a breakage. And we as humans have always been or have always dreaded the concept of breakage, that we forget that it is actually in breakages, these violences, that we actually see ourselves and we learn more about ourselves. And most of the time, we forget to actually be somewhat grateful. I sound like I'm romanticizing the concept of breakages, but in a sense, it's looking into these breakages and realizing that there is something to be thankful for with these experiences of breakage. So I hope to impart those I don't want to say lessons, but realizations about the human condition um, using my literary attempts. As I've mentioned to everyone, I write short pieces, short attempts. Um, and the first one that I'm going to share with you is entitled Siwang. I was inspired by this moment upon waking up when I saw this very thin line. Uh, the thin line between the wall and the curtain. And this is where light actually comes from. Um, During those times when, or for me to realize that the sun is already up and I'm still in my room. So the first piece I'm going to share with you is entitled Siwang. Makitid ang espasyong nakaabang sa pagpasok ng liwanag tuwing sisikat ang araw. Hindi madali ang pagtagos ng ilaw tungo sa silid. Lamig ang kapiling, dilim ang kasiping. Ang biglaang pagbisita ng manipis na sinulid ng liwanag ay biyaya at sumpa. Ito'y nanakawing muli. Sa pagluhod ng araw, babalik ang nakalulunod na katahimikan. Kaakibat ang pag-iisang nakakabingi. Sa munting siwang, iniwan ang pangakong hindi mananatili. So that's my first piece. Don't worry, I will be accompanying my post with a copy of these attempts. The next poem that I'm going to share is, um, and I shared it with some of you, I think. I told you that in my collection, in my attempts that I have written, I can say that in terms of proximity, I am quite far from the things that I write. And there are only two works that I have written, which were actually from experience. And this is one out of two. I will be, sharing the two of them. This one is Puwang. Apat na unan ang nakalapag sa kamang ngayoy may malaking puwang. Pilit pinupunan ang init na minsay na mayagpag sa tuwing babaling ako sa kabilang gilid nito. Sa bawat pagyakap, alaala ang lamig na nanuot sa punda at ang hinagpis na kinuskos sa kumot at kobrekama. Nakahiga ako ngayon sa pagitan ng mga namagitan. That's my second piece. The third piece that I'm going to share with you is well, it's kind of far because I do not know how to play the guitar. So this is somewhat hypothetical. This one is entitled Kalabit. Hinaplos ko ang iyong gitara at muling dinalaw ang mga bahagi nito kung saan dumampi ang iyong mga daliring minsay nanahan sa aking mga palad. Kinapa ang kwerdasang ilang beses tinangkang itono. Hagka ng leeg, yakap ang katawan, sa aking mga bisig nananatili ang awit. Yapos na naririnig, subalit hindi nararamdaman. Kinalabit ko ang gitnang hibla ng gitara mo at nagpatuloy ang ugong ng nanginginig na kwerdas. Ginapos mo ako sa himig na sintonado. That's my third piece. The fourth one is reminiscent of how I'm in love with the ocean, with the sea. And it's been a long time since I went out and experienced the island and beaches. So I would want to share with you this poem that was inspired when I went to an island in where was this? I think this is somewhere in Quezon. They have like the best islands there. This one is entitled Laot. Maramot ang dagat. Tangay na maragsang alon ang karanasang iniukit sa baybayin ng alaala. Inaangkin nito ang butil ng ulang pahiram ng ulap at ang mga luhang umagos sa mata ng umibig at inibig. Subalit ang dagat rin ay ina. Likas na tumatangis, nanunuyo. Dadaloy ang tubig pabalik sa pusod ng karagatan, sa puso ng kapuluan, saysay ng kasaysayang sinayang. Magtatagpo sa kaibuturan ng laot ang inipong hinagpis at poot. Hindi lilitaw, hindi maaaninagan. Pagat sagana sa lihim ang luha ng nanakit at nasaktan. I think this was also the first piece that I shared in a poetry recital program. I think this was 2000. 18, 2 years ago. And the last piece that I'm going to share with you is the one that I posted. Um, Platform. This is not, it has nothing to do with the movie in Netflix right now. So, this is the only work that I wrote in English. So, I hope that you like it. So, this is my example, and this is the only example that I have for those who would be, for those among you who would be writing in English. Platform. Train is approaching. You hug me. Was it just the one night thing? Maybe I was at fault that I swiped right, and the cold May breeze delivered you to me. Alighting from your carriage, you glided your way through the grand staircase, measured, calm, everything that I was not prepared for. The evening was listless. The paved walkway and towers were witnesses as we made our way to my chamber. Low lights, gentle stairs, a surveillance camera. Your Spanish was fluent, so were my glances, as Plato and Aristotle, Kant and Foucault stayed for the night. Your lips locked with mine. History. Was it just the one night thing? Maybe it was our second night when I realized that this was something else. Borrowed time, stolen moments, hours turned to minutes, rainfalls turned to showers. In your chamber, where your luggage contained your life, the wuthering heights and airports intersected within the palm of our hands, fingers in between fingers, thoughts in between words, weaving emotions which were better felt than heard. Was it just a one night thing? Maybe I wanted to see you more and more of you. Those bus terminals were silent spectators to our hellos and farewells, if and when became questions, considerations, but this present moment was too perfect to miss out on. How the scorched lawn prays for the heavens to bring down the rain, fervent and humbled. Was it just a one night thing? Maybe it was and has always been hard for me to forget. To remember is to scratch. A healing wound, nostalgic but painful. I do not forget. B Cafe 38388. An afternoon of strolling back through time, an afternoon of calculated sentences and exact sentiments, potent, volatile. And amidst the normalcy of exchanges, your smile did not change. The depth of your gaze, your words, inimitable. Was it just a one night thing? Maybe I hugged back. Please mind the platform gap. Uh, yeah, so there, I hope that you would get to um, post your own poems and attempts, and I would be glad to listen to a piece of you because poems are laying bare one's self. And for me, it is actually a very courageous thing to do. Um, I would also want to thank our classmates for this afternoon. They are there. Uh, our evolutions of first generation, we have Jolteon, you have Vaporeon, and Flareon. So, yeah, looking forward to your pieces. Okay, so guys, keep safe. This is your second to the last requirement for my class. Um, the last video that I would be sharing would have something to do with your final paper on Wicked, and I hope that I can wrap up this um, difficult, challenging, but also a term of self-discovery. Okay, so um, have a good day, keep safe, and keep healthy. Peace out.